Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to sit down and have a real conversation about something that weighs heavily on a lot of us. And that's the feeling that we might be too old to start over. If you're in your 40s, 50s, or even 60s or beyond, and have ever thought, is it too late for me? This video is for you. I want to tell you right now, it is not too late. Let me say that again louder for the people in the back. It is not too late. You heard? We live in a society that pushes this idea that if you haven't achieved certain milestones by a certain age, then you've somehow missed the boat. But I'm here to remind you that life doesn't have a single track. Your life can be meaningful, full, and amazing at any stage. Yes, even in your 40s, 50s, or beyond. You might be starting over in your career, rebuilding your personal life, or diving into a passion project you've kept on the back burner for years. Whatever it is, I want you to know that you can make it happen. You have to start embracing the power of starting over. Embrace it, baby. Just embrace it. Let's talk about starting over. Now, I won't sugarcoat it. It can be tough. The idea of rebuilding your life from the ground up can feel like climbing a mountain with a backpack full of bricks. It's heavy. Now, you've got experiences, perhaps some regrets, maybe even a bit of fear or self doubt in there. But you know what else you're carrying? Wisdom, resilience, and a whole lot of grit. You have learned things in your life that only come with time and experience. Starting over isn't about ignoring the past, it's about using what you've learned to build a new future. Are you hearing me? It's not easy, but nothing worth doing ever is. I won't promise you that it'll be a breeze, but I will promise that if you commit to it, it will be worth it. And this myth about is being too late. Now, one of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is that we're too old. We convince ourselves that if we haven't reached a certain milestone by a certain age, we've missed our chance. But guess what? Life isn't a straight path, and there isn't a rule book. Look around and you'll see countless examples of people who've achieved incredible things later in life. Now, take Julia Child, for instance. She didn't start her cooking career until she was in her late 30s. And her first cookbook didn't come out until she was almost 50. And yet, she went on to become a world renowned chef and television personality. Or how about Colonel Sanders? He didn't start Kentucky Fried Chicken until he was in his 60s. And now, decades later, that brand is recognized globally. Another example is Sam Walton. He opened the first Walmart store at age 44. And then there's Samuel L. Jackson. He got his breakthrough role in Jungle Fever at 42. And the list goes on and on. These people didn't stop because they were too old. They kept going. They took risks and they found their way. And so can you, baby. So can you. So stop comparing and start living. One of the biggest barriers to start our over is comparison. It's easy to look at someone younger, someone who might have reached their goals earlier, and feel like we're behind. But let's get one thing straight. Someone else's journey has nothing to do with yours. Your path is uniquely yours. And there's no such thing as behind when you're on your own journey. Think about it like this: when you plant a tree, it grows at its own pace. Some trees grow quickly, while others take longer to reach their full height. But that doesn't make one tree any more valuable than the other. And the same goes for you. Just because your journey doesn't look like someone else's doesn't mean it's not worth traveling. Now you have to turn your challenges into strengths. Starting over often means facing a lot of challenges ahead or facing them head on. Maybe you're switching careers, going back to school, or moving to a new city. Whatever it is, there will be days when it feels like a uphill battle. But you know what? Challenges build character. They teach you what you're capable of, and they give you a resilience that most people only dream of. Now, if you're in your 40s, 50s, or beyond, you've already overcome a lot in your life. You've experienced things that younger people haven't. You've learned to adapt, to bounce back, to problem solve in ways that only come with experience. Every single one of those challenges has prepared you for this moment, baby. Yes, it has. Use that strength. My favorite word, that resilience, that wisdom. You have a foundation that's rock solid. Don't let anyone, including yourself, tell you it's not enough. You have to also surround yourself with positivity. When you're starting over, it's essential to surround yourself with people who believe in you, people who will encourage you to keep going. If there are people in your life who are telling you it's too late, who are saying you can't do it, well, it might be time to distance yourself from those voices. Find the people who lift you up, who remind you of your potential, and who cheer you on, even when the going gets tough. If you're finding it hard to find people like that, start looking for communities online. There are so many groups out there, so many groups, forums, and communities out there filled with people who are on the same journey as you. People who get it, who understand the challenges and the joys of starting over later in life. Reach out, make connections, and build a support network. Because when you have people cheering you on, it really makes all the difference. I mean, we have to go one step at a time. Starting over can feel overwhelming, but remember that you don't have to do it all at once. Take it one step at a time. Maybe today, all you need to do is brainstorm. Tomorrow, you could take another step, and so on. Consistency, I repeat, consistency, even if it's small, is key. The journey of starting over is a marathon, not a sprint. If you try to do everything at once, you're going to burn out. But if you take it one step at a time, stay consistent, and keep your eye on the goal, you'll make progress. It might not happen overnight, but it will happen. Now, this is where you have to believe in yourself, because at the end of the day, no one is going to believe in you more than you can believe in yourself. And that belief, that inner voice telling you that you can do this, is more powerful than anything else. I know it can feel scary, and I know it's easy to doubt, but you've got to trust yourself. Trust that you have what it takes to build the life you want. You have so much potential, so much to give. And if you're still breathing, it means you still have time. So take that time, use it, and don't let the world or your doubts stop you from living the life you deserve. Remember, it's never too late to start over. You heard? All right, my people. Until next time, I'm out. Blessings.